old prop guard there, which I've used, and it's obviously had a bit of an incident and it's broken. A lot of weight there, so I'm going to cut most of that off. There, there, and there. And what I'm going to do with the spare plastic is I'm going to try and somehow fuse it together. That's a bit more difficult, that one, with some melted plastic. So this is just one way of doing it, really. Go. Solid. So today I've driven about the 15-20 minutes from where I live in Swindon over to Badbury Clump. So this is an old Iron Age hill fort, this one here. There we go. So it's raised up a little bit, but completely full of trees now, and the bluebells are just starting to come out. So give it another week or so, that'll be completely blue and carpeted fully with bluebells, and it really is a lovely, beautiful sight to come and see. Anyway, so once again we're going to get ourselves out, have a walk with the dogs, and then we're going to go for a drone flight in the woods, as I normally do. And this is a lovely little woods, this one, because not because it's kind of local to me and it's just a very accessible place, let's say, but it's got my favourite trees in it, and that's pine trees. I like flying in pine forests. I don't know what it is about pine forests, but to me they just really kind of tick the box. It's really lovely out there. Yes, so the time's just after 7 AM. I thought I'd get out a little bit earlier today because I did look at the weather forecast for today, and it's saying that there's going to be rain from around about 10 o'clock to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's quite a big chunk, and I'd rather do my drone flying and my filming in the morning when the weather's quite fair, so then at least I can get home with all my footage and I can sit down and I can take the time and make some kind of a video that makes sense of what I've done, pretty much. So that's the plan for today anyway. But that out there looks really, really nice. It's a great set-off point from here because you're quite high and you can literally see your drone, you know, almost right over to the other side. Okay, right, so yeah, it's a bit dark out there. It's quite early in the morning still, and the sun isn't quite come up much, but nonetheless I can just pop my IMU up a little bit, I think. Just make it look a little bit lighter, and we'll have a nice little cruise around the wood. See what we can see. Yeah. Alright, let's take off in this direction, I think, over here, I think. A little cruise around. There's a few drop-off points here. It does tend to go sort of up and down a little bit, but I'm going to try and stay fairly close, I think, to the ground. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so it's been an interesting sort of a week so far, really. I've got a job interview on, let me see, it was Wednesday today, so it's tomorrow. I've got a job interview, and it's for a concierge. It's zero hours contract. You can see how the land kind of goes from left to right. It's falling away. It's a 0 hours contract, and it's kind of like a bank, as it were. It's like standby, so if someone calls in ill or something, I have to come in and cover their shift. But it's mostly night work, which isn't too bad, to be honest. It fits in well with my dogs, because if my wife is working all day like she is today, and I was working all day as well, my two little dogs simply wouldn't get looked after. They'd be shut up for hours and hours, and that's not fair on them. So I've looking for a kind of a night job, really, because it's becoming all so clear now that my taxi work is going to be ending. I did send them off a semi kind of a snotty letter a few days ago. I've had no reply from that. I was hoping that was going to I don't know, do something for me, I suppose. It's just sheer desperation, really. But you know, yeah, it's ridiculous. You know, it really is. You know what they're doing to me is just it's not good. It's just not right, basically. And also, I'm not happy about it. Therefore, I voiced my opinion in an email. No, I didn't swear at them or anything like that. You know, I kept it sort of fairly civil, let's say. There's a little hole down there. What's that then? Okay. I kept it fairly civil. You know, I watched my P's and my Q's. It's just that when you're playing with people's lives, it's not much fun, really. Anyway, what can you do about it, eh? They make the rules, and that's it. Right, so nothing's seen yet. Perhaps I need to go a bit further afield, I think. Yeah, anyway, so I've got a job interview on Thursday, midday tomorrow at Cirencester, which is about a 20-minute drive from where I live, which is fine. So we'll see how it goes with that. It's probably time that I did perhaps get something different, to be honest. You know, I've been taxi driving since I was, oh goodness me, since I was 24, 25, I think, when I started. And I'm approaching my 59th birthday in a few months' time, so I've been at the game for quite a while now. Whoops. Ooh, there we go. Got away with that. Prop guards to the rescue. It won't be the first time today. Oh, no. We're down, I'm afraid. We're down. Okay, that's the problem when you can't see where you're flying and you want to go up in the air. When you go up in the air, there's something there to meet you. Anyway, so that wasn't too bad. That's just over 6 minutes. It's just over there, so I'll go and pick it up. Alright, little dronie's come down. any damage done. Let's have a little look, shall we? Props are all okay. Prop guards are kind of alright. That one there's a bit loose, but it doesn't take much really to break those prop guards, but we're okay. And the gimbal's okay as well. Yeah, we can carry on flying. Okay, right, flight number 2. I've got 54% battery left, so we might as well use it up, I suppose. We are shooting on 2.7k. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to... Shall I knock it down? No, we'll leave it as it is for now because we're kind of in flight now, but we'll take you out for a nice little casual fly around this wood, which is very kind of up and down, as you can see. Yeah, it's a bit of an obstacle course, isn't it? But
home point updated.
I do enjoy these little expeditions, let's say, in the woods. They really are quite nice. Yeah. Yeah, this is quite a small wood, to be fair. It's not that extensive. Not like Savernake. Savernake is probably the biggest forest. That is a forest. This is a wood. I'm not sure when a wood becomes a forest mine, but yeah, Savernake is a forest, and it's quite large. Is that a river down there? Yeah, I'm going to keep clear of that, I think. Steer clear of rivers and streams and whatever else, because I don't tend to fare too well when those things are present, unfortunately. Yeah, so this isn't a very big place, but it's nice though. It doesn't have to be big, you know, to kind of enjoy it really. It's just a nice place to fly. Right, I'm just going to knock my IMU down a little bit. There we go. You know, and each kind of little wood has its own little kind of personality in a way, I suppose. And this is no different. Okay. Yeah. Oop. Knock it down a few, I think. Okay. Right, so we just give you a bit of a side on and a bit of an up and an away, gives you a good idea kind of where I am. There we go. So I'm just down there on the edge pretty much, but as you can see, it's not a huge place, but it's just kind of like a nice size really. It is a nice size wood. There's another wood over there which I've been in that wood a few times. That's where I unfortunately downed my drone, and it went into the only stream in that wood. I managed to find it. For the many hundreds or thousands of feet I flew, I managed to find the only stream, which is only about 2 foot wide. I managed to put my drone right in the middle of it. So unfortunate. Anyway, let's fly you back into the wood, shall we? Yeah. Just can take you in. So I can get you in here somewhere, I think. Looks like there'll be a bit of a gap there. That'll do me. Just fly you in the wood. Get you back on track again. So yeah, the prop guards, I had to go fixing them. I'm not entirely sure that they're kind of the answer, to be honest. Obviously need some sort of protection. when you're flying around in places like this. It's a shame they don't make them out of titanium or something. Whoops. Yeah, it's a shame they don't make them out of titanium, because titanium obviously is a very light metal. It's very strong. It's very rigid as well. So I think titanium would be, you know, a good shout for these sort of things. Right, okay, so it's wanting me to come back now, so I'll bring it back, stick a new battery in, and then we'll get back flying again. Right, we're just gonna go slightly off piste now. Right, you can see it's quite hilly. I'm kind of going uphill now, so I need to elevate myself every now and again. It just gives you a bit of an idea, this particular part of the woods, what they've kind of used for the guys on their bikes. Not sure what they call it. I don't think it's actually BMX, but it's something similar to that. Yeah. Anyway, it's a young man's sport. I don't think you'd get me on one of those bikes belting down this this track. 20-30 years ago you might have done, but I think as you get older you tend to know your limits a bit more. I think my limit at the moment is just kind of fly my drone around places like this really, and just having a nice little cruise around the wood just to see what there is. Yeah, it's really quite nice. Yeah, it's quite lovely really. Yeah, you just never know what you might see. You might get lucky and see something quite interesting. You might do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting little place, isn't it? Yeah, the woods are nice. Yeah. You hear the birds singing. The birds are very happy. Sort of being sort of spring now. Still feels very cold for spring. I think the temperature, we're just a little bit below what should be average, but they really are chirping away, looking for, I guess, a mate, I suppose. Want for a better word. I guess it would be a mate. Yeah. Whoops. Okay, a little bit of a low hanging fruit there. Got away with it though. There we go. Right, let's dive back in, shall we?
Home point updated.
Okay. It's interesting. I've not flown this part of the wood before, and just interesting to go to different places really. Ooh, looks a bit challenging around here. Let's go back, I think. Let's go back down here, I think. Go down this track. There's so many different tracks in this place. Yeah. There's quite a few. There's a good 6 or 7, I suppose. So when you're going belting down here doing maybe 20 or 30 miles an hour or something over jumps, Yeah, you got to be a bit talented on the old bike, I think. Okay, there we go. That was an interesting little flight. I'm just going to bring it back towards myself now. Being stood up here, I'm quite high, so I can see the drone pretty much at every point. So it's a good place to put myself, really. And there we go. Okay, there we go. Nice little fly around there. Enjoyed that. That was good. Cool. That was cool, man. Really did enjoy that. Kind of cutting loose and zipping it through the old trees there. Yeah, it's good fun. It really is good fun. Yeah. Really kind of cut loose a little bit, you know, and have a good old fly around. Yeah. Yeah, it takes a bit of concentration though to do this. Obviously, you know, you're belting around with your drone. You don't really want to be crashing it. So you need to keep your eyes completely focused on the job at hand. Keep concentrating. Because, you know, things can go sideways quite quickly. Right, so we've basically come to the end of my little video for today. Just met a chap just now. He's just walking up there. I didn't want to get him on camera. I didn't ask actually, and I didn't want to impose on him because some people don't like that kind of thing, so I didn't bother. But just having a nice little chat with him just now. I didn't get his name. But he's in training at the moment. He's walking with a 15-kilogram rucksack on his back, and he's training for Mount Kilimanjaro, which is the tallest peak in Africa. I think it's in Tanzania. Anyway, so he's going off at the end of May, and he's in kind of vigorous training right now to do that. So good luck to him. He's on a 10-day break there, so that'd be quite amazing. But he was telling me that he's not allowed to take his drone with him because it's a national park. So a bit of a shame, but he has got a 360 camera, an Insta360. I was talking to him about that, but it shoots in something like 5.4K or 5.7K or something ridiculous like that, which my computer just would not. It wouldn't get anywhere close to moving them files around because it just hasn't got the power. He struggles at the moment with 2.7K, 4K it can't do. So yeah, 5.7K I think he said. That's a massive file. That is an absolute beast of a file. Anyway, so I just want to say thanks for watching. I'm just going to end the video now. It's been a good morning's flying, a good morning with the dogs, taking them out, and I really enjoyed my my time here in Badbury Clump Woods.